think it's a great idea.
I would think you were deliberately punishing Cody.
Finally got Sonny right where I want him.
If you can't trust one of your oldest friends, what about Jason?
Nobody's gonna find him unless James wants us to.
I have a theory that Cody might find James and rescue him from drowning. This dramatic turn could bring Cody and Mac closer together. Fingers crossed for some exciting developments. Now, let's talk about Natalia at Deception. Has there ever been a worse idea than her staying on the show? Her storyline is falling flat, and it's hard to see any real chemistry with the other characters. On a brighter note, Maxie is looking fantastic lately. I'm also loving Sasha's storyline. However, I cannot stand the Willow and Drew mess. They seem like such an unmatched pair, with no real chemistry or connection. The age difference and their lack of on-screen spark are just too noticeable. I can't help but think that a pairing with someone like Portia, or even Blaze's mom, might have been more interesting. Speaking of characters, I've noticed Jason keeps saying "copy that" a lot. It sounds so out of place coming from him, given he's never been a cop or in the army. I really hope GH isn't trying to make this his new catchphrase. Jason is known for his silence, and this feels awkward. Let's chat about Lucy for a moment. She seems to have a bit of a gold digger vibe. Despite her intelligence and her small share in ELQ, her real estate business, and her work at Deception, I'm concerned that she's willing to do anything Tracy says no to. I really hope they don't accept Sonny's money if Natalia needs a job. Maybe Natalia could find a role elsewhere, like in a coffee business instead. I'm really glad to see a softer, more caring side of Tracy lately. She used to be so mean and hateful, but her recent moments have shown a different side. I hope this new direction continues. As for Jagger, I'm over it. The character shouldn't have returned, especially as a recast. I love Sonny, but I wouldn't take any money from him for my business. Lois and Tracy are spot on in their roles. Finally, Tracy and Codys' chat was wonderful. Tracy's acting continues to impress me. She's one of the best actresses on any soap, and that's been true since day one on GH. I really hope Tracy doesn't agree to hire Natalia. Sonny's constant job offers for her are just frustrating. She's not needed at Deception and is more trouble than she's worth. Let's hope she's written out soon. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. I'm definitely relieved that the pill storyline is over, but I'm still feeling worn out by Sonny's endless presence on the show. Plus, I'm puzzled about why they got rid of the Blaze character but kept her mother around. I thought I read that the actress playing Blaze's mom landed a new show. What's up with that? Lucy thinks hiring Natalia is a great idea, which is just going to make Tracy even more determined to disagree. Tracy and Lucy's dynamic is always fun to watch, especially when they clash. I had my hopes up that Natalia was finally leaving, and honestly, she should take Drew with her. Drew's been coming across as creepy and a womanizer lately. Also, the wardrobe department really needs to step up their game for Brooklyn. Those puffy, ruffled outfits are doing her no favors and make her look rather silly. As for Kate's, he must be out of his mind if he thinks Ava will help him take down Sonny, especially after Jason reminded her of who's really in charge. If anything, Ava might use the opportunity to save herself by filling Jason in on Kate's plan. I'm a bit confused. When did Sonny tell Jason he could come back to work for him? It seemed like Jason just slid back into his old role without much explanation. On a brighter note, I'm thrilled to see Jason and Sonny working together again. It really warms my heart. I have a feeling that James might have staged his own danger to bring Mac and Cody together, and I believe Cody will end up saving James from drowning. Mac isn't entirely to blame here. James should know better at his age and should be more aware of the risks. Lastly, Jason seems to be falling back into his old stoic ways, which is a bit disappointing, I enjoyed seeing him show more emotions when he first returned. Now, he's back to his stone-faced self. When Maxie called out James' middle and last names, I knew he was in trouble. But honestly, I hope Maxie directs most of her anger at Mac. If Mac hadn't made parental decisions for a child who isn't his, James wouldn't have felt the need to sneak off for a second time. Spinelli shouldn't be telling James what he can or can't do. That's Maxie's call. I can't believe Sonny had the audacity to ask Brooklyn to give Natalia a job at Deception. Natalia's actions are the reason Blaze's career at Deception took a nosedive and why her record label dropped her. Natalia fits right in with the whole Deception vibe, putting on a facade while being quite unpleasant underneath. I recently read that Finn might be killed off, although I'm not sure how true that is. However, Tracy's conversation with Cody seemed like it might be setting us up for that plot twist. On a brighter note, I'm happy Cody has been so supportive of Sasha, allowing her to grieve Brando for as long as she needed. It's about time they made things official. I'd love to see Jagger taken away by the men in white coats. They need to revamp his storyline. If he really lost his FBI job due to his obsession with Sonny, it's time for a major shakeup. It's refreshing to see Jason and Sonny working together again, though I'm a bit disappointed that Jason seems to have reverted to being Sonny's puppet. The emotional depth he showed when he first returned was short-lived, and now he's back to his stone-faced persona. Simone, writers, Eva LaRue must have an amazing agent if you're keeping her on the show. It seems like they're banking on her fan base to boost ratings and reviews. Finally, while everyone expects Cody to save James, what if the opposite happens? That would put Maxie and Felicia in a tough spot, and they'd both be on Mac's case for being so stubborn. I absolutely adore the softer side of Tracy. Jane Elliott's portrayal of the character is fantastic. However, I'm eagerly anticipating the return of the old Tracy. I'm ready to see her clash with Natalia and come out on top. For those who might not know, Cody Bell is the son of Mac Scorpio and the late Dominique Baldwin. He has a stepsister named Maxie Jones, a brother-in-law named Damian Spinelli, and a stepmother named Felicia Scorpio. He also has two nieces, Georgie Jones Spinelli and Bailey Louise Jones, as well as a nephew, James West, on General Hospital. I'm thrilled to see Sonny and Jason working together again. And here's a thought. How about a Jason and Lois pairing? Just throwing it out there. I believe Cody will find his baby brother, and Mac will finally see what a great big brother Cody is. Once Mac gives him a chance, Cody will prove to be a fine son as well. As for Kate's and Ava, they both need to be put in handcuffs that don't come off. Ava's dragging Scotty into her scheme to take down Sonny, but she should realize that Jason and Sonny are always a step ahead. James is bound to overhear and repeat things, and once that happens, things are going to get messy. The secret won't stay hidden for long, and the drama is about to hit the fan. I'm looking forward to Tracy ensuring all the boxes are checked before allowing Sonny to invest in Deception. I'm so frustrated with Sonny's constant defense of Natalia, especially since she's the cause of Christina and Blaze's breakup. Now, Blaze has been written out of GH, and once again, the writers have let go of a great asset to the GH family. Can we please get rid of Jagger? He started off okay, but now all he does is target Sonny. It's ridiculous that he seems to be above the rules everyone else has to follow. Blaze is gone, and now I'm wondering how much longer until Christina ends up in jail. You'd think Sonny would realize by now that no one in their right mind wants anything to do with his dirty money. I'm also hoping they get rid of Drew before anything happens between him and Willow. I really have no interest in the Mac and Cody storyline. Honestly, Cody and Drew could both leave town on the same day, and I wouldn't mind. I have a feeling Cody will be the hero who saves James, which will hopefully lead to Mac finally forgiving him. As for James, I'm confident he'll be okay. He has to be. Lucy's just another attempt to stick it to Tracy by disagreeing with her at every turn. And speaking of Tracy, Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan are the ultimate dynamic duo, the best mob team in television history. Their reunion last week brought a huge ratings boost, and it's clear we don't want to see them at odds. They've always had each other's backs, and Maurice Benard and Steve Burton's chemistry is unmatched and irreplaceable. Eva Jerome is a piece of work. She's the one who touched Christina Corinthos Davis's shoulder, prompting Christina to tell her not to touch her. Ava then ended up tripping John Cates's bag, which led to a series of events that resulted in Cates falling out a window and plummeting 4 stories onto the Metro court pool. Ava, John, and Scott Baldwin are a terrible trio, and I hope they all end up behind bars soon. Lastly, why is Natalia still around? I can't stand her and cringe at every scene she's in. Sonny is a family-first man, and Christina is his beloved daughter. He should never be friendly with someone who's made nasty comments about Christina, whether to her face, behind her back, or on recording. Sonny and Christina have each other's backs 100%, and Natalia should never be a part of that. There's been a lot of buzz about GH recently, especially with the firing of Eva LaRue and Jacqueline Grace Lopez due to discrimination issues. It's important to recognize and appreciate the Latin flavor they brought to the show. Let's keep the love alive and not hate on it. Cates's obsession with Sonny is getting really old. I'm looking forward to the day he's either arrested or put out of the picture. On a brighter note, I believe Cody will be the hero who saves James, which should help mend his relationship with Mac. It's definitely time for Drew and Natalia to exit the show. They're just boring and not adding much value to the storylines. The trio of Scott, Ava, and John/Jagger is becoming increasingly ridiculous and frustrating. Mac still seems to treat his family like property, controlling their lives much like he did with Robin. It's getting stale, and I'm eager to see Tracy put an end to Natalia's storyline. Honestly, these characters are just plain awful, with the exception of Tracy, who continues to shine as a queen. I'm also holding out hope that Vanessa Marcel will return as Brenda Barrett. It would be epic to see her confront her ex, Agent John Cates, and give him a well-deserved slap. That would definitely be a memorable moment. I want to dive into an issue that's been bothering me about GH and soap operas in general: the tendency to always revert to the status quo. This approach feels like lazy, complacent storytelling, but it seems to be a comfort zone for soap writers. But is it really what we want? Let's explore some prime examples from GH. First, we see characters reverting to type. Jason is back to being Sonny's lapdog. Ava has suddenly turned into a villain again, and Valentin is once more a criminal mastermind. It seems like every Cassadine loses their mind at some point. Characters rarely evolve beyond their initial roles unless the actor leaves and isn't recast. Another issue is the constant need for new characters to be related to existing ones. It's like every new addition has to be someone's long-lost whatever. It's starting to feel a bit repetitive. And then there's the mob. For decades, the mob has dominated this hospital show. While it might be a core element of GH, it's not nearly as interesting as the writers seem to think. The focus on mob drama often overshadows the hospital aspect of the show. Can we please move past this? For example, after Sonny came down from the roof, it would have been more believable to have a mini time jump of 5 to 7 days. This would allow for the medication to be tested, Sonny to get back on his actual meds, and for him to regain his bearings. I want to address a frustrating trend I've noticed on GH lately: storylines grinding to a halt before they've really had a chance to develop. Here are a few examples that stand out. Willow returning to nursing. Willow's sudden return to nursing to avoid Drew feels abrupt. I suspect Drew might either end his political campaign or face a loss in the election. Blaze leaving town. Blaze's exit came out of nowhere, and it's left a lot of unfinished business. Christina losing the baby. After all the drama about wanting to keep the baby versus Molly adopting, Christina losing the baby feels like a sudden and unresolved twist. Heather and Laura. Heather's decision not to have her case reopened seems suspicious. I'm not convinced she's being honest. Sunny's quick reconciliation. Sunny's speedy reconciliation with everyone, especially Jason, after months of estrangement due to his medication issues, seems rushed. After the episode with Morgan, there were so many off-screen developments, like Sunny allowing Jason to give him a ride, that I wondered if I missed an episode. These abrupt endings might be linked to the recent firing of Patrick Mulcahy as head writer. For instance, Joss's change of heart about becoming a doctor seems to be a casualty of the new writer's direction. Similarly, Esma's possible departure along with Spencer might be a result of the new team not knowing how to handle her storyline. This whiplash effect may also be due to rotating writers or Frank's impatience with ongoing storylines. Besides these abrupt changes, characters like Terry, Selena, Martin, and Cyrus have vanished without explanation. Overall, it feels like there's a lack of cohesiveness in the storytelling right now. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.